Hello, hello. So I just wanted to start off this video by talking about how I'm not really sure how I'm going to do this, because I think whenever you make any video or any type of presentation, it's almost impossible not to feel right afterwards of a sense of regret that you forgot something, or you didn't put something in, it's oh man, I didn't mention that, statistic or fact or whatever, that point or argument that I wanted to make. It's and you just want to how many times you could do this? How many times you could make this video and that kind of thing? And especially for me, where I don't write. I have an idea, some points and some talking points that I hope to get right, but I don't have any notes, or I shouldn't say notes, but I don't have a script or whatever. I don't follow any type of it. I'm being honest. So sometimes I may do 2 videos or whatever or something, and of maybe the same exact, but I'd hope, and I'm gonna try to make sure there's at least some points that I didn't include in the first video, second video, or heavy that I got in the other video. So depending on how I do here, this is either just going to be the only video, or this is going to be, a second video or something like that. Anyways, on to today's topic, on to today's video, and what I'm talking about. So, anybody that's followed specifically online politics, I know, maybe there's a little bit of clickbait-ish. I don't really follow politics in real life, because there's this kind of debate as to whether does what you see on Twitter, does that represent what happens in real life and online. So as an example, how representative is, this is a little difficult because Paul Joseph Watson is British, but how representative of the MAGA movement is Paul Joseph Watson? I don't know. But the reason why I'll talk about people like Paul Joseph Watson and the Lauren Chens and the Sargons and that kind of thing are because, to me, they have a shit ton of followers. And Twitter, in an extent, it has to be somewhat real. Because these are real people, right? These people have real connections in the real world, and they have donors, and they have money, and they have, Charlie Kirk has real Republican donors, and real, Donald Trump Jr., and Donald Trump is a big fan, and, that kind of thing, and he's on Fox News a lot. He hosts events in the real world. So there has to be some truth to this. But anybody that's followed online politics will know that one of the big allegations that the online conservative movement has faced, specifically, and I guess you could say just conservatives in general, by the left, is that they want to genocide LGBT people. And they want to genocide gays and genocide, trans people and that kind of thing. And I'm going to discuss whether is that true? Is that what the conservative movement actually wants? And whenever conservatives are faced with this allegation, you know, outside of typically doing the whole, like, the left calls everybody, like, homophobic, so I guess we can't be, right? I mean, anyways, get back to throwing, get back to throwing the gay couple off the cliff. You know, it's like, and, and the other ways, I'm trying to think here. Oh, the other ways is that they will. I guess I should just get to what I was gonna. I don't know. I'm trying to think here. Maybe I should have notes. See, when you have a script, this doesn't happen. But just to summarize, yes, conservatives have absolutely been calling for the genocide of LGBT people. 110%. 110%. They have called for, the genocide of gay people. And some of the, outside of like the one thing I just mentioned, typical the way conservatives deflect from these allegations is just quite frankly lie. It's just to play and misrepresent what you're claiming, right? So they'll sit there and say, well, you just think there isn't. Imagine thinking there's an ongoing genocide. This is what they'll frame it as. An ongoing genocide. There's not many, trans people being murdered every year. It's like, that's not what I'm alleging. That's not what I'm alleging. I'm not alleging that there's a current genocide of gay people in America. And I'm not going to make a prediction. I'm not going to say I think it'll happen in, whatever have you. I don't know how this will play out. Another way they'll go is, oh, well, this is just because conservatives want to ban, children transitioning. Or, transgender kids or something. That's not what I'm saying either. That is not what I'm saying either. What I am saying is that if you simply just read some of the shit that conservatives are saying, and I know it's taking a while to get into this, but we're really going to get into it now, you will obviously see objective, clear-cut, support for authoritarian measures, and yeah, ethnic cleansing and genocide and mass arrests. They want to put gay people in camps. They want you dead. 110%. And whenever you ask a conservative their views on, if you sit there and say conservatives want to put gay people in camps or something, homosexuals in camps, they'll say no. That's just what you're calling me a neo-Nazi. That's what a neo-Nazi would do. That's not what I want. No. I don't want to put. It's like, okay. That's just only something the SPLC and the ADL accuse Jack Posobiec of wanting, or that's only something that the SPLC believe, the Paul Joseph Watson and Lauren Chen's and the alt-right and the alt-right and that kind of thing. That's just crazy theory or something. It's like, okay, so your position is that homosexuality is fine and there's nothing wrong with it and blah blah. It's like, no, that's liberalism, not conservatism. It's like, okay, your position is that, it's okay to be gay or something, but, gay people shouldn't be able to adopt, and same-sex marriage is ruining, the, nuclear family or something like that, or whatever, but it's generally not, wrong to be gay or something. It's like, no, that's centrism or something. It's like, okay, your position is that, gay people shouldn't be allowed to adopt kids, and gay people shouldn't be able to get married or something like that, and we shouldn't promote the idea of homosexuality being okay, but gay people can do whatever they want in the confines of their own home, right? Private property rights, and we should stay out of everybody's bedroom or something like that. Lauren Chen will say, no, that's libertarianism, not conservatism. What are you conserving, You sound like a libertarian, right? It's like, so you don't want to put gay people in camps. You don't want to arrest gay people. You don't want to throw them off rooftops. That's just like, that's just something that ADL accuses. That would make you a neo-Nazi, and you're not one of those. No. And you don't think it's okay to be gay, because it's like, and like gay people should be able to adopt and have people to get married and stuff like that. That's liberalism. And you don't think that, okay, just okay to be gay, but they shouldn't have, like, people to adopt and, get married and that kind of thing. That's, that's centrism. And you don't think, we should respect the rights of gay people to be able to do what they want in the privacy of their own homes, and stay in the bedroom, and what is it? How does this impact you or something? No, that's libertarianism. Well, we're running out of fucking options, Lauren Chen. We're running out of options. In case you haven't noticed, I mean, you don't want to arrest gay people, but you also don't respect the right to. It's like it doesn't, It's like if you support arresting gays and persecuting gays and putting them in camps or something and making homosexuality legal, that makes you a neo-Nazi. But if you support the right to do whatever they want in the confines of their own home, private property rights, that's a libertarianism, not conservatism. It's like, well, what could the conservative position on homosexuality possibly be? What could it possibly be? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It's like they're so wishy-washy. They're like, and I mean, a perfect example is there's this gigantic debate in the conservative movement of whether conservatives should use the state to legislate morality. And as an example of this, it's like, well, conservative people like Lauren Chen want to ban pornography. They want to arrest people who, I guess engage in pornography, and maybe even arrest people who watch pornography. Even, I'm not talking about child pornography. They obviously do. They should support arresting, pedophiles and that kind of thing. I'm not at all, But I mean, like, just like adult, consensual, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, but if you believe we should use the state to legislate morality, and you believe because you think pornography is immoral and degenerate, that we should ban pornography, well, why is it that you don't support banning homosexuality? I mean, and making homosexuality illegal? I mean, don't we get told in the Bible that homosexuality is degenerate, and that it's sinful, and goes against God's nature and God's belief? So what's up with that? If people like Sargon want to say they don't support arresting homosexuals and they don't support, it's like, well, why not? That's inconsistent with Sargon's worldview. I mean, you support banning pornography because we should use the state to legislate morality, and pornography is immoral, but we shouldn't use the state to legislate homosexuality despite homosexuality being immoral. We should round them up and arrest them and give them 30 years in prison for being gay. I mean, like, and they've come out to, it's kind of weird because it's always like, they always try to hide behind it. It's like, well, sodomy and that kind of thing. It's like, why can't you just say arresting gay people? Why can't you just say support imprisoning homosexuals, right? So some of this doesn't make, some of this doesn't make a lot of sense. And, right, it's like, what does that sound like to you? Like, if I say I want the state to legislate morality, not hate speech, of course, that's, right? Can't have that.